So a judge has declared a mistrial now in the case of a former state trooper.
He's accused of causing a car crash that killed these two teenagers. The judge says the prosecution withheld evidence from the defense. Channel 2's Lauren Posen reports on why this case isn't over yet.
In my hands is the court's ruling of the mistrial today. I got a text from one of the victims' families who says what happened today is an injustice for those victims.
The defendant's second motion for mistrial is granted.
We were there as former state trooper Anthony Scott walked out of the Carroll County Courthouse with his family by his side. He came out while we were interviewing his defense attorney, Matt Pilgrim.
There were a lot of things we felt could have been done early on in the case, in the investigation stage of the case, that weren't done. Video gathering, evidence gathering, sort of things that were not done. And then the case itself was not, we don't think, was very well put together.
Scott was on trial for the past 2 weeks, accused of causing a crash that killed 17-year-old Kylie Lindsey and 16-year-old Isabella Chinchilla in 2015 in Carroll County. 17-year-old Ben Finken and the driver, 18-year-old Dylan Wall, had critical injuries. As the jury was deliberating, the defense got word of a meeting the state had with troopers over evidence. After re-looking at the evidence, Pilgrim says the troopers determined one of the teens was in the front seat, not the back, as they originally thought.
I called both of the troopers, and they both independently confirmed that this meeting had occurred and what they had talked about, and that's something we had never been told, ever.
Pilgrim says in all his years of trying cases, this one has had the most twists and turns.
This case was very odd in that regard. The breaks, the timing, the length of it, the fact that the troopers being charged, it's very unusual.
Prosecutors say they plan on appealing the judge's ruling today and getting this case back in front of a jury. In Carroll County, Lauren Posen, Channel 2 Action News.
The teenagers' families have waited years just to get to this point, only to have a mistrial. The girls died in September 2015. A grand jury did not indict Scott in February 2016. A second grand jury indicted him in August 2017.